Alright, Tomb of the Spider Queen. So, let's see. Doing two different things here right at the start. Nice tongue here from Dahaka. Good stun from Ariel. Stun and a throw. Not quite. Meanwhile, XP is being lost up here. But you got 2 kills worth of XP. Malfurion isn't trying to stack his tree. How did he just get walked by? Drag is available. Not sure about what happened there. That guy was free. No, we have 3 people going to bot lane? No, okay. And this stuff's going on up here. This seems really chaotic in the start. Gem was missed. To me, everything early needs to be gems and XP globes. Getting some good throws on people. No real follow-up at all, though. Tychus has to do this maintenance, so you only have Junkrat and Ariel. Kind of a funsies throw in that regard, but still one likes to just misses the trap. But there's no damage at all on Nazebo. Except for the trap. Junkrat takes more damage in this moment than Nazebo does. And you. Another good stun. Nice follow-up by Tychus. Almost on Li Ming. Just looking if we're missing any XP here. Looks like it. 4 stacks on Malfurion. You're almost 1,000 up on minion XP, doing a lot better in the lanes than the other team. And then you have almost 1,000 in hero kill. XP, so pretty good start, all things considered. Malfurion's positioning finally gets punished. Tychus dies. How does Tychus die here? Just gets greedy for the Diablo. Tower damage. There's evil spiders. Okay. It's a little greedy here. Lots of XP missing here, but you're a level, half a level up. It's just another throw where there's no damage. Just not on the same page here. Good try at the boop though. I wonder if it's almost better to save the throw, sit here, or sit, you know, here, and just catch somebody, because they'll make a mistake somewhere. I don't know. Like here's a perfect example. And you don't have your wrecking ball. So that's a missed opportunity because of this throw that didn't have any follow-up. Just a little optimization. I haven't been looking at bottom lane at all, but that's because I don't know. Whatever. So they have two top. Yeah, you put yourself in so much danger for Shen, who's gonna be really hard to kill if he has his Q. Worth a try, but there were other juicier targets, like sitting around here and just waiting for them to make themselves available. What I like to do. But you guys are still a half level up. Malfurion misses the root on you. Tychus is out of any kind of fight situation, doing the right thing, getting the wave. XP was missed a little bit. If you guys are on the same page, Ariel could have followed up with a stun with Junkrat. Just oh, still worked out. I like it. Just no real damage though. It's really good throw. That time there was follow-up, but it looks like you're gonna pay for it. 70 health, 20 health, yeah. It's just, it's weird. Garrosh without a blow-up character. It's a quickly guarantee a kill. Look down here real quick. Chen's been very busy coming up here and checking. Okay, let's back it up. Kind of want to look at their response to you. Controlling this is so important. You force them to rotate more slowly over here. Malfurion has been questionable so far. Okay, so now you're just on an island. Is that Tychus grenade that killed Malfurion? Tychus can't scare anyone off because he's so low that he can't go in. They're a beefy team. Especially later, if Zeba has more health. Seeing resources lingering on the map. A good engage, but what do you follow up with? You know what I mean? The boot came out just a little too late. This Malfurion is so available all the time, it seems like. It's really bad positioning. And you've taken so much damage again, like you just came back from being dead. Blue gets first turn in. Nazeebo's doing the right thing here. This is great for them. It's still gonna land neutral though, probably. Maybe not. Yeah, pretty much. What's going on down here? They sent 3 hero resources to bottom lane. I don't like Garrosh being down here. This is so important. And healers here, tanks here. I don't care what happens here. As Garrosh, I don't care. I'm up here. Here's a missed opportunity because of that, I think. Like, this is good news that they're down here. The spider has no support. Need to get value out of this first turn in. When they're misplaying. This is a gift right here. And no one's here to help it. Not even one of you. I'd rather these two hero resources were here. I like pushing the spider up to here, but then you leave and push this. And this isn't happening at all. Like no heroes down here except for Dahaka. But if you keep them busy down here, then this will just do damage by itself, I guess. They rotate up to it faster. So ends up just kind of getting cleared with not even a tower dead. A really huge missed opportunity. Imagine if, okay, you just got 10, but still. Okay. Yeah, that's too bad. Too much ARAM down here in the first turn. But blue is well ahead, level into 10. Oh, I was hoping Garrosh was going to come up here. Does. Because this is nothing now, of course. That's a good route, Diablo. So Diablo needs to get to the right and flip, but it doesn't happen. Because of the unstoppable. Riptire is used as kind of an engage. Diablo doesn't take as much damage as he could because there's no trait from Tychus. With single target blow up kind of engages. I don't know. I almost like to see laser. Just double down on the single target aspect. Alright, so this is really adventurous given that team isn't on board. Bro, no damage, you're taking tons of damage. Now we're on 2 different fights. Yeah, so there's just no damage right here because of 2 different fights and Junkrat's getting hit by the tree. Alfarian. I do this with Ariel too. It's just so tempting to try really hard to land the stuns. And then you put yourself out of position. The stun didn't do any good. It shut down their damage for a while. So I shouldn't say it doesn't do any good, but now Ariel's in a funky position. With no damage threat. Yeah, right here. That's with a Diablo right in your face. Alfarian roots. Scary business. So yeah, of course that happens. Why no charge? Oh, it was on cooldown. Okay. Okay, so Alfarian's repositioned by Junkrat. But this is a 3v2, all because of this stun attempt and whatnot. And we're fighting on their side of the map, which is just kind of rough. They have 10s now. How close were they on the throw? So they're on the verge of 10. If everyone's on the same page, I like this. Otherwise, it's kind of rough on their side of the map when they're going to be 10. Yeah, Ariel's trying to save you more than anything, it looks like. Or save Garrosh, rather. But the two different fights kind of situation isn't great. Especially with the damage on this team, on blue team. I feel like it needs to be focused in order to really kill something fast. As opposed to like a Greymane jumping in something. Group taunt, now you're trying to save Ariel. Abilities being used to fix situations instead of killing the other team. But yeah, this whole split situation, there were two theaters of war going on, and that just kind of made it impossible for blue to do any real damage, get a kill, that kind of thing. Even with the, you know, there's a couple of repositioning from Garrosh and Junkrat that can't follow up really together in that sequence. Alright. Barrel was kind of whatever. They gotta turn in meanwhile. So was this whole thing was to prevent them from turning in, maybe? Let me look again. No, because they had already turned in. A lot to look at. Okay, so Chen turned in then. Maybe that's what happened. So this fight wasn't to prevent anything. Since they have a turn in, I can see wanting to get a kill here so they have fewer hero resources to capitalize on the turn in. Chen's trying to advance this lane while the fight's going on. So this is 4v4 Dahaka. So by Chen doing that, the spider's going to be a little more favorable for them. This fight is weird for the reasons I talked about earlier. I think if this is going to happen, you have to call for Dahaka to come up here, like, way sooner. When I'm on this side of the map, I want as many benefits as I can get. And because this wasn't... okay. Man, tree plus baby spiders, that dies so fast. They just chew buildings. Really like Malfurion tree on this map, or any map I'm a fan right now. But how can you defend this? I mean, there's Junkrat gets a good reposition, but Junkrat's just, I don't know, it's not bursty. Gets stunned into APOC. So we're fighting two different fights again. They're getting tons of value, the little spiders. Just gonna eat this fort. And Tychus defending top against Nazebo push. Did y'all draft enough siege to help the spiders? I'm not sure. They invested in siege with Nazebo push. I almost think a noob is better than Garrosh in every instance on this map, because, or just in general, because of the potential for beetles to take aggro from towers and stuff and enable pushes more, since there isn't really an intense siege character on blue team. But I'm talking about stuff other than these fights. But yeah. They're emphasizing the proper lane, by the way, which didn't happen earlier here. They just have one hero resource here and no hero resources down here. Like, if you get value free down here, great. That's what they're gonna get, it looks like. See, you get, like, the reposition the tongue, and Diablo still has more than half his health. I'm just not a fan of Junkrat as being your follow-up damage to repositioning or targeted, you know, like stun chains. Level 11 each side. We're getting... It's just the clear from Tychus isn't that great either, clearly. This map is everything has to be bent to what the objective is. Unless you really go for blow-up comp, you know, which this doesn't feel like it to me. And as we've seen from previous fights, things aren't getting blown up when there have been tons of throws and Junkrat boots and stuff. This is still pushing. And okay, we're looking at Nazebo, it looks like. So we're team fighting instead of just finishing this. And they put two heroes down here. Li Ming or Malfurion will be better than this just because it's closer to this where teammates, you know, we have one person, Valka, trying to clear it. But this is just on an island. That whip doesn't quite get the angle that was hoped for, I'm sure. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Now you're 3v1. So red team invested in blow up with Li Ming, and they invested in lane pressure with Nazebo and Siege. Quite different from blue team, to my mind. I don't know what the bans were and so on. But all of that, I got so much value because of this fight up here going wrong. Yeah. It's just hard to have an engage when the team isn't engaged, and then that kind of created everything else. From here on out, it's just felt like triage, you know? Ariel saving you saving Ariel. So that looked to me like miscommunication. But, you know, again, better just to hang out here maybe and throw them here when they screw up and, you know, blindly come at one of these vents instead of trying to do this when the team wasn't on the same page. And with this comp, it's just you're not gonna get an insta-kill. To my mind, anyway. And that set up all this value. And then this, I just don't see Tychus winning this fight here. His Evo just out-sieges this so hard. Alright. Yeah, so from this moment on, it was all fixing problems. Back foot. And it's just clean up for red, really. But I would like to see Ariel just autoing these little spiders down. They have to die. They have to die. I mean, I would like to see... Okay. Like this guy needs to be attacked and killed. It's little things, but... And then if you don't kill the little guys, more of them get spawned, and... So yeah, we're still not... Like this bit damages forever. The hawk is on it though. Alright. And coming out here was too ambitious. Like I said earlier, team isn't doing that together. So yeah, super good value. They got middle, top, and bot. Because the engage right here wasn't what you guys wanted. You wanted this engage here. Alright. Repairing lanes and stuff. They're actually not too bad in terms of... They're almost center of the map. You got the camp and the turn in with the egg. Bottom egg is imminent. So we see that they're up here. Could this have been set up better down here? Of course you don't know where they're gonna come down here, but just looking at tank vision. So when do we first see... Okay, we see two of them. So right here, I think maybe team like come over here. Or up here. I wish Tychus wasn't showing there. It's weird though, because you want the turn-in to come in while this is still healthy. And then you push while you're under the spell armor with it. They had no idea that y'all were going to be down here. Chen just walks up. Yeah, they have no idea. Well, Democrat's showing, but I don't know how that is.
That battle is lost.
So maybe they saw somebody? I don't know. In the replay it looks like someone was visible. Looking at their vision. Okay, so you guys do show there. That's really... That's a thing. So they do know Li Ming's gonna set up down here. Chen's coming up. It's still favorable though. They have two heroes up here. This delay is kind of long. Well, I feel like that could have been snappier. I kind of want tank up here. Or over here, like as soon as they showed here, walk over here. Or even down here, just a little more aggressive to make this snappier, since we know that 2 are up here. And then a lot of time passes. And the heal I feel like should be used here just to... Garg is getting way more value than it should. So yeah, there's half of your damage is missing while this is going on. So I'm seeing a pattern of like really spread out stuff happening. Kind of happened up here too, and up here. Junkrat can't contribute much. Tychus is completely gone. So this is just engaging with the enemy team, opposing team, when, yeah. They're gonna, this is great, this is what I'm talking about. Like, they're gonna do that kind of stuff. This is all just recovery mode again, like that other fight. Wrecking Ball isn't up yet. Feels bad. Was Tongue. Tongue was available. Didn't come out. It's too bad. I mean, every solo health that has to be razor sharp and fast. And it's just so many times in this game I've seen so far, people are just not taking damage fast enough for various reasons. So there's the Tongue that probably should have happened on Li Ming. Although I can see saving the Tongue because Li Ming can blink out of it, but still. Look at that. This is tongued for a long time. And now Furion doesn't go below 50%. But this whole being down this low on resources for this long, it's like just hit B even. I don't know. Meanwhile, they're getting so much value from these lanes just pushing. They don't have turn in, so there's no real urgency to do all of this when everybody's so low after the first engage didn't happen as crisply as it might have. I don't know why I have the talents up constantly. Chen's like, I have Q, I can chase this. And dies. That was a gift. More building damage being done. Team's kind of all discombobulated. Now we have a ton of heroes bot lane. Solo laners top. But yeah, I think like all of these problems are predicated on this engage not being crisp as a team. They allocate 2 heroes to the most important lane, endgame lane. Li Ming isn't with them, so that's poor. This guy is solo storming on a useless lane bottom. So this is a gift to you guys. Looking at how Garrosh ends up mid. I think you're like, well, where should I put my hero resource at this point? I'm always thinking, what's the most important lane in this situation? So yeah, I think... Okay, so you're looking to flank here, I'm guessing? Yeah. This is such a big gift. Tychus used trait too early. Should have waited for you. You throw Diablo into Tychus trait. I think you just get Tychus or Diablo here. What's available right away? Unless, you know, the team clearly isn't on board with this right in this moment. They're hitting Diablo. Okay. Group top, no damage though, like Malfurion is barely tickled. I feel like this comp isn't a full investment into what Garrosh can do. Tychus is in terms of Diablo, so just make Diablo the target there, I think. But then trait was used too early, so buttons aren't being saved for the throw. I think Oriole slaps over this direction, maybe. Kind of nitpicking. I don't know if her whip is available. No, it was used at some point. Oops, Oriole ends up front line. Oh, that's a gift. That charge is a gift. Tychus's minigun is up. Even so. Oh, good boot. It just feels like it takes so long to kill things. See, all Junkrat's damage is like not hitting anything. Why is still a good Junkrat positioning? Okay, so he saves himself by booping over a wall. Oh no. I'm looking at Junkrat. Junkrat's down here. Nazebo wins this lane. Gets siege done. Takes Junkrat a while to clear it all up. But half of your damage isn't here. That's why this is so painstaking. Dahaka, I think, needs to be the one doing this stuff. Okay, so Junkrat's now somewhat involved. I don't know about Riptire here when they're full health. That's a lot of time where Junkrat isn't actively engaged in dealing damage. Nazebo walks up. Ah, these are such crazy fights. What is... Okay, so they're walking up. Okay, so that Nazebo saw Junkrat walk up here. So this wasn't Trixie at all because Vision was had here. Confirmed by the tire coming out. So Nazebo's just like... I'll just keep you out of the fight. 5v4 finally. Zebo just goes back to killing a keep while this is happening. It's infinitely better value. Junkrat had to go all the way back. Yeah, he's backing. I don't think Junkrat needs to back here. You have R-Hill. Might get involved. But really this is where the real value is. There's no value here. Or the value that is to be had here is very difficult. It may not even happen. You have to get a kill to make it happen. And since there's one damage dealer involved, it's very unlikely these guys are going to die. And then this is permanently damaged. So none of that was damage. And then Tychus dies. So now you have no assassin here. Junkrat's actually doing the right thing at this moment, I guess. Although, it's just rough, man. This fight needed to be very short and quick with the initial engage. Probably, like I said, on Diablo with Tychus not hitting trait minigun until Diablo was thrown. You get Diablo throw a whip into the wall or something. It's constant Tychus D on it. And that's what had to happen here, and everything after that was just triage again. And sure, a hero died, but this keep, Nazebo should have just stayed and finished this keep. A lot of gems. Blow up comps, you have to invest in them. Or they have these problems. They're very sustained. Free boss. Nazebo's here for some reason. I still think Nazebo should have killed this. They're not playing perfectly by any means. I mean, they gave you this gift in the first place. A lot of gifts being given by the red team throughout. The blue team just isn't crisp on the engages, and the two assassins make it kind of difficult to be crisp in terms of really killing someone in a jiffy. 16-16 though. Game isn't over. All keeps are still out. This is, again, like, where's... This isn't team play right here. He should be dead. Like, they shouldn't be turning in. There should be a root on you and just... Looks like they're just wanting the spider to end up closer to base here, so they're clearing this. I don't know why people send so much down to bot lane all the time. I don't know if it's boredom with this map, so people try to make this a thing. I don't know. It is a keep, though. I don't know if there's much to really talk about at this point. I just don't know if the team has enough PvE to really clean this up adequately. Even if you get kills, I think Core's still taking damage. Yeah. So, to my mind, comp is a little suboptimal. There are better heroes for getting kills if that's going to be the idea. Or if you're going to play into the map's design, then I think there are better heroes for doing that. This comp, to me, seems to kind of not do either one particularly well as possible, you know what I mean? And then, I don't know, I can reiterate just what I said before. It's just uncoordinated. And it has to be super coordinated because, again, the comp doesn't allow for much wiggle room. Yeah, alright. Hopefully that's helpful. Bye-bye.